Hey folks, it is Sunday, May 25th. The time right now is around 12:46 p.m. and the temperature is about 14 degrees Celsius. And as you can see, it is raining. And they're running shuttle buses on line 1, I think from Shepherd all the way down to College. And I had to come down this way yesterday via the shuttle bus, and it was an absolutely miserable experience that took well over twice as long as it would normally take, but today wasn't so bad. Traffic was much lighter, and the shuttle bus wasn't completely jammed full of people. The TTC is doing various track work repairs on line 1. So you could pop down into College Station here and hop onto line 1. And I'm making my way down to the TD Center. This is Doors Open weekend here in the city. And there's over 150 different places that have opened their doors to the general public. As we go southbound Yonge, I'm not sure if I'll be getting into the TD Center. We'll have to see what the lineup is like. Yesterday, the lines were certainly quite long. According to the Ken Continuum, New City Hall took about an hour and a half just to get to the observation deck, or the observation floor, whatever they call it. Old City Hall had a very long lineup. Osgood Hall and the Campbell House also had long lineups. I was able to get into the Holy Trinity Church alongside the Eaton Center, an Indigenous reading room that was actually very neat at Nathan Phillips Square, the Ontario College of Art and Design, as well as the Metropolitan United Church. On a live stream yesterday, but I was so late because of the TTC, I wasn't able to make the video I was hoping to make as well. So I've come back downtown to hopefully get to go inside the TD Center. I might do a walk to the St. Lawrence neighborhood after that. I was hoping to do pedestrian Sundays in Kensington Market, but the BIA has canceled that event this month. It's always on the last Sunday of the month between May and October. There's College Park across the street. And the video I uploaded for this morning heads through the Shops at Aura underground mall there, as well as the IKEA. I'm just going to head down to the financial district and we'll see what the line's like at the TD Center. It was certainly a bit busier on the streets yesterday than today. What's going on with this bus here? It looks like it's got the door open. There's a cop here directing traffic. Ooh. Someone made a terrible turn and we can't go south. Sorry.
Sidewalk, go around.
don't know if he was talking to me or not. There's a group of people following me. That is kind of crazy. Wonder if that bus was full of people. Didn't look like the bus took a lot of damage that would render it undrivable. There's a Doors Open website that will show all the buildings that are open. Some are only open Saturday, some are open both Saturday and Sunday, and some are Sunday only. And usually they close around 4 or 5. And you have to check to see if interior recording and photography is allowed. Some places do not allow them. I just checked Old City Hall. Apparently interior recording isn't allowed there. I thought it was. TMU University on the left.
Hey guys.
Yonge and Dundas coming up. The financial district is just on the south side of the Eaton Center, south of Queen. I always like this area when it's raining. The way the lights reflect off of the wet pavement, it kind of creates a neat lighting environment. It's the Eaton Center. Well, the lack of people out kind of bodes well, perhaps, for the lineup situation at the TD Center. That's a large office complex designed by Mies van der Rohe. There's similar buildings in New York and Chicago. And I guess after Commerce Court North and the Royal York, it was kind of the first true modern skyscraper to grace the city's skyline. GameStop. Apparently they're rebranding back to EB Games. Yeah, please excuse the mess, but feel free to shop while we renovate. Apparently it's under Canadian management again, or ownership. One of the doors open venues I'd like to check out is the R.C. Harris water treatment plant over in the Beaches. It's a little annoying to reach, and they don't allow interior recording, unfortunately. This is Shooter Street. Someone with their camera out, probably getting in some doors open action. I thought that was a camera bag.
Same, I literally.
This is Queen Street coming up, so we're not too far. That's the Royal Elgin and Winter Garden Theatre, a pair of Stack Theatres. They were open for doors open a few years ago. Here's Saks Fifth Avenue in their last 8 days. Along with the Bay. All right, let's cross over to the west side here. Gonna cut along Temperance Street. It looks like there might be some kind of shoot going on pretty soon. They've got all these event cones out. Downtown's new destination. What is it? This is the Bay Adelaide Centre complex. On either side of the street here. Just occurred to me it might be kind of a foggy day to be looking out the TD Centre. A big part of the appeal is the view you get. I think the view from some of these skyscrapers in the financial district is as good as you can get in the city, especially if you're able to walk around the perimeter of the building. It's a different perspective than what you get from the CN Tower. When I worked in First Canadian Place on weekends, sometimes I'd bring visitors up to take a peek at the office. The company I worked at had a few floors there. I remember one time taking a couple of friends up on the weekend, and there was a coworker doing the same thing with a couple of her friends. It was probably against company policy, but I think it was one of those things that, as long as nothing happened or came of it, no one said anything. There's First Canadian Place, that tall white building there. You can barely see at the top of the center of the shot. I think Ken mentioned he lined up for quite a while to get into the TD Centre a few years ago. There's an entrance to First Canadian Place. It's worth noting underneath the financial district is what's been described as the world's largest underground shopping network, the path system, which is kind of ideal to walk around on a miserable day. There is the TD Centre. The destination. Well, I'm sure the rain has kept some people at bay. Oh, there we go. There's the lineup. You can pause and read that for some more info. I think I'm going to get in line. I'll come back and let you know if I ended up going in or not. And I'll let you know how long the line took. It looks like there's a nice covered spot. Is this for the whole day?
Yeah, because the last one happens at 3:30, so that's why if you still want to line in, that's okay.
It's
but we
a
cannot
risk?
guarantee. Yeah, we cannot guarantee.
Okay. How long would the line take roughly from here anyways?
2 hours.
2 hours? Okay, thank you. Oh, it would take 2 hours, and there's no guarantee of getting in. Sorry for not taking one for the team. But like I said earlier in the video, if you want to experience doors open at some of the popular spots, you better be prepared to line up. You might only get to see one or two places. Well, mission not accomplished, and I don't think there's anything else open in this immediate area. So what I think I'm gonna do is head over to the St. Lawrence neighborhood, and hopefully I can get into the St. Lawrence Northern Market. If not, oh well, I guess that'll just be another rainy day video. That would have been cool, but not 2 hours of lining up cool, especially without a guarantee of getting in. I'd say note to self, come extra early next year and line up, but you're just gonna have to show up really early and wait. If you want to beat the line, you're gonna have to get here an hour or two before it even opens, so you're waiting anyways. Ah, no rain. How nice. I actually have some notes on the TD Center. It consists of 6 office towers and a banking pavilion. It was designed by Ludwig Mies van der Rohe and originally consisted of 3 buildings. That's the original there. That was the tallest in the country when it was built. They've added some imposter buildings that are officially part of the complex since then. They don't quite exactly match the original. well, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of disappointed people making their way over to this area. But I think, yeah, I'm just going to kill this video. Sorry for kind of sputtering at the end. That threw me for a loop. I thought for sure with this weather the lineup would be somewhat diminished, and I figured I got here early enough. Their last group is at 3:30. Anyways, if you wish to support what I do on YouTube, there's links to my Patreon and YouTube channel membership down in the description. I've got an Instagram account at Johnny Strides, and there is a super thanks button appearing down below if you wish to say thanks that way. Sorry, that's all she wrote for this one. I swung and missed on the doors open, but we got a nice little rain walk out of it. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Yoink.